So basically, guys, so in the yesterday's class, we have discussed, so how to do some predictive analytics uh, using the data that is our live data, which we have collected from different sources. Okay, so even we have did some predictive analytics uh, on Apshala's live data. Okay, which we have collected from their CRM, right? So we took permission and we downloaded the data from the CRM and we uploaded it to data cleaning tool called OpenRefine. Okay, so we got a number of irregularities in the data. We converted unstructured data to structured data. So it is a huge data. So we are successful in predicting some important things which made Apshala to help to increase its lead quality, to increase its sales, to increase the performance of its sales managers, to increase the ratings of the leads, in order to increase the BTech leads. Okay, so all these things we have discussed in the previous classes. So the students who didn't attend the classes, please go through that recorded sessions. It is already uploaded, it is already uploaded in the drive. Okay, so basically, uh, till yesterday class, we are very clear regarding the step-by-step work of a data scientist or data analyst. Now you are experts in data uh, scrapping, you are experts in data cleaning. Okay, so you are experts in using some tools, AI tools. Okay, so now basically, see, most of the work as a data analyst, you'll be using the tools. Okay, but as a data analyst, you must be able to understand some kind of programming languages like Python. See why? Because we can't use tools for everything. Basically, for example, you take I want to scrap the Amazon website in depth. So at certain points, we can't basically, it won't allow us to do with the help of tools. Okay, so where we need to write some small scripts in order to scrap the data. Okay, or for example, see, as a data analyst, you won't be involved in writing machine learning algorithms or deep learning algorithms. Of course, if you are interested, so you can develop your career as a data analyst in future. After working as a data analyst for 2 or 3 years, you can always get into the field of machine learning engineer or deep learning engineer or NLP engineer. At that time, the Python is very, very useful language for you where you need to develop n number of algorithms. Okay. So as of now, yes, we'll be discussing about this Python programming also. So before getting into this Python programming, I'm expecting, like, I'm thinking that there are people here who doesn't know what is programming. Okay, so I came to know from Samir, admissions team. We have a couple of students, mixed students where they don't know what is programming. They want to start from scratch. Many students are from non-IT background. So straight away I can't directly go to programming practice so that you won't understand basically. Okay, so we'll start from scratch basically. So what is a language? First of all, what is, before understanding what is programming language? Okay, so we'll understand what is a language. Now tell me, what is a language? See, I'm able to train you, right? So with help of which language I'm able to train you? English, right? Okay, so English is nothing but a language. Okay, which you can understand, even I can understand, right? So it's nothing but a protocol. So it's nothing but a protocol. So what is protocol? It is a set of instructions understood by two peers. Okay, so this is Rutvik. Okay, so this is, for example, Venkat. Okay, so I'm able to train Venkat, and Venkat is able to reciprocate me. Okay, so how it is happening with the help of this protocol? Protocol is nothing but set of instructions shared by two host. We call as a host. Host is nothing but a computer or a processor. Okay, fine. So set of instructions. It can be any device. Basically, it can be a router, it can be computer, anything. So set of instructions. Protocol is nothing but set of instructions that is exchanged by these two hosts or the users in the understandable language. Okay. So basically, human beings, we are using English as a mode of communication in order to share ideas and opinions with each other. This is a simple definition of a language basically. So now, what is this computer language basically? What is this? programming language. So it is also a language which, which is used by the programmers or developers in order to communicate with the computers. See, for example, I want to communicate with the computer, or I want to communicate with the robot, or I want to communicate with the mobile or any electronic device. So how can I communicate? With the help of programming language. Okay. So programming language is nothing but a language of any computer or a electronic device. Okay. Which is used to do certain tasks. Basically, if you want to make it to do certain tasks, I will communicate with that device with the help of language called programming language. Basically, it is a language which is understandable by the computers or the robots or the machines or a microprocessors. See, what is there inside a computer? Computer is nothing but CPU, right? So previous, you have desktops. Okay, so you have a desktop systems where you have a desktop monitor, keyboard, CPU, yes or no, mouse. CPU is nothing but central processing unit. It is a processor. You have Intel i5. What is this? These are all processors basically. Okay, so basically, we use certain language which is understandable by the CPU or computers. That is nothing but computer language. So we have many languages like that which can be understandable by computer, like C, C++, Java, Python. So in order to perform specific task. Okay. So basically, why this programming language we use? See, we can use the programming language to develop some desktop applications. For example, this PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint is a desktop application. Your Power BI is a application, right? It's an application. Okay, so your Power BI, your Tableau is an application. Your Accio tool is an ML application, okay, or AI application. So if you want to develop any applications, okay, or websites, or for example, you take mobile Amazon website, okay, or mobile applications. You take any Ola, Uber, all these applications can be developed with the help of these programming languages. Okay, but as a data analyst, we won't develop all these things. This is a developer, basically the guys who develop these applications. Okay, develop these applications or softwares. They are called as a developers or programmers. Basically, they use programs and develop these applications. So basically, you should be very proficient in coding and all. Okay, you should be from mathematical background. Then you can be a developer, very good developer. Okay, but as a data analyst, yeah, you are not into development. Yeah. So, but as a data scientist, yes, as a machine learning engineer, you will be into development. That is the next phase of talks. Yeah. So now we'll get into types of programming languages. Basically, how many types of programming languages we have. First level of programming language is low level programming language. See, what is this low level program? For example, you have a computer. Okay. So in the computer, this is called CPU, okay, computer. You have something called as processor, okay, microprocessor. So basically, it is an electronic chip. Okay, it is having some input, it is having output. Okay, input, output. Okay, fine. So it is an electronic chip, basically. Microprocessor is an electronic chip. See, I am making you very simple to understand because we have a number of students here who doesn't know even proper basic idea on this. That is the reason why I'm going in some scratch. Okay. So basically, what is this low-level programming language? So it is a low-level programming language is nothing but machine-dependent programming language. So the programming language will be in the form of, like this, zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones. Okay, so directly, so I can say it is a machine dependent programming language. So basically, directly, this is a language which can be directly understood by the computer or by the microprocessor and gives the result. Okay, for example, you take uh, I think this logic gates, right? And or so this is your AND gate, right? Okay, this is your AND gate. Okay, so basically what happens, if I give two inputs like what is called zeros and ones, what is this? These are binary inputs. See, binary inputs only will be, or digital inputs will be only understandable by your microprocessor or the computer. So for example, you are using a computer, okay? You are using a mobile. So all these mobile or computers will understand only this binary input or the machine language. Machine language means zeros and ones, okay? So for example, you take this AND gate, okay? So AND gate is nothing but one kind of electronic device. Basically, if I give 0 and 1, it will multiply. Okay, 1 into 0, it is 0. Suppose if I give input as what you call it, 1 and 0, again it is a 0. Okay, suppose if you give input as 1, 1, it is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. So basically what is happening? directly you are giving the binary input and you are getting the binary output. So machine input, machine output. So that is the reason why it is called as low level programming language. It is easily understandable. It is a programming language which is directly understood by your machine. Okay, it is called machine dependent programming language. What is that machine programming? It is called zeros and ones. It will be represented but you cannot understand basically, by seeing this, if you see this, this is called machine code. The complete program will be in the form of zeros and ones. So as a human being, you can't understand, but machine can understand only zeros and ones. Okay, fine. So this is called as low level programming language. So as I told you, so basically we have two types of low level programming language. One is machine language and assembly language. So machine language looks like this. Okay, so it will be in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, how assembly language looks, see here, it looks like this basically. So basically, we'll be using something called as, mnemonics. Okay, so this is nothing but instructions. Move is an instruction. Okay, ECX comma EBX. These are nothing but variables, because I want to move the data that is stored in this variable to this data. So basically, add the data that is stored in this variable to this variable. Basically, so these are the instructions which I am giving to the computer. But these are not in the form of, if you see here, these are not in the form of zeros and ones. This is nothing but assembly language. Assembly language. It is also a low level language, but next higher level to the machine level language basically. Okay, so it is called as assembly language. It is called as assembly language. Okay, fine. So basically, just let me explain. Yeah. See what happens here. If you see this slide, uh, this assembly language. See how assembly language will be converted to machine level language. Okay, with the help of something called as assembler. Okay. Now see this slide. So this is an assembly language. Okay. This is an assembly language. Okay. So this is an assembly language. So directly, I can't give this assembly language to the computer. So this is your computer. This is your computer. Okay. I can't give this assembly language directly to the computer because it won't understand. So computer will understand only what zeros and ones. So what should I do? I should convert this assembly language to machine language or machine code. We call this is also called as object code. It is also called as object code sometimes. Okay. Okay. Machine code means a code which is understood by the machine or computer or microprocessor. Everything is same. Microprocessor, CPU, computer, robot. Everything is same, sir. Everything is same. Okay. So in robot, what you will have, sir? Computers. Yes or no? Okay. See, CPU means it's nothing but your neural network, sir. Okay. So you take 7th generation. Okay. All these neural networks will be there. Your neuron, I think we in the previous class we discussed about artificial neuron. Yes or no? It is having inputs and it is having output. X1, X2, X3 is the inputs, Y is the output. It is nothing but your artificial neuron. Yes or no? So it's a neuron, it's nothing but your CPU, sir. Central processing unit, which is resembling your biological neuron in your brain. Okay. So the same thing, the same concepts here also. So basically, your computer cannot or CPU cannot understand this assembly language. Assembly language is bit high level language than your machine level language, where the code will be like this. See here, LDR R2, LDR R3, add STR. Suppose if you have from computer science background, you basically, most of the people, from the computer science background, they would have understood what is assembly language. It will be like this basically. This is these instructions are called as mnemonics basically. Mnemonics. Okay, we'll write in the form of mnemonics. But these instructions cannot be understandable by the computer. What instructions will be understood by the computer? Only machine level language. Now what I should do? I should convert this assembly language to the machine language with the help of called assembler. With the help of assembler. So what is this assembler? Assembler is a program which is used to convert assembly level language into machine level language. Okay. So there are two types of low level languages. One is machine level language, which is represented in the form of zeros and ones. And one is assembly language, where we can write in the form of what you call mnemonics. Okay, it's a instructions. Add x1, x2. Okay, so move. Okay, x2, x1. Okay, so these are all mnemonics, basically instructions, set of instructions. previously they used to do like this. Okay, suppose if you go back 30 years of back, there is only two types of languages. One is machine language and assembly language. There is no C++, C, nothing. So they used to play around directly. Okay, so then they invented. Okay, so why? See, basically, what is the necessity of this? Assembly language or the C program. Like high level languages and all. It is it in order to make the life of the user very simply. Okay, for example, if I want to what do you call as a end user, as a human being, if you want to write this machine language, which is directly understandable by the machine, it's very difficult, right? Okay, even I can't understand the type of zeros and ones because machine will understand only zeros and ones. It can't understand apart from this. Okay, so because it's an electronic device, basically, it works under voltage like 5 volts and all. Basically, zero means it is 0 volts. One means 5 volts. To be frank, okay, it works under electrical signals. Okay, but digital signals or electrical signals or electronic signals, but as a human being I can't understand the machine language. So what I did, I invented something called as assembly language, which is better than machine language. Like I can know as soon as I see this is add x1 x2. What is x1? Variable. X2 is a variable. I want to add the content of x1 to x2, then move x2 to x1, move the content of x2 to x1. So like this I can easily understand this instruction. Okay, so basically what I did, I invented what do you call assembly language like this. But what happened, this language cannot be understood by the computer. Yes or no? So what I did, as a human being, I'm very intelligent species. I developed my program called assembler. So with the help of this assembler, okay, assembler is a program set of instructions or a coding where it will help us to convert this assembly language to the machine language. Okay, finally, whatever the program, it can be high level programming like your C, C++, Java, Python, or it can be your assembly level programming, like this. It must be converted to the machine level. Machine can understand only zeros and ones. Okay, this you should keep in mind. Okay, now we'll discuss about high level programming. See what I basically, so we came across machine level programming, zeros and ones. Then we invented what you call assembly language. Yes or no? Then we are again a human being. As a human being, we invented something called as high level programming languages, which looks like English like language. Okay, because we all know English, right? So it looks like English like language. For example, you take your Python, Java, C, C++, COBOL, PHP, Fortran. All these, these are called high level languages, which is very easy to read, which is very easy to write and maintain. Okay, fine. So that is the reason why. See, in order to make the human, very convenient, I want to program my computer in a very easy, understandable manner for me. Okay, so what I did, I developed, high level languages like Python, C, C++, Java, and all. These are all high level languages. Basically, this slide will explain you excellently. See here. So we have high level languages. What are the high level languages? Python, Java, Ruby, C++, C Sharp, C, Java, JavaScript. N number of lakhs of high level languages are there. What is this high level language? High level language is nothing but it is also a programming language or a set of instructions, okay, which can be easily understandable or readable and writable and editable by the human beings. Okay, but as a machine, I can't understand your high level language. So what happens? High level language should be converted to assembly level language. Then assembly level language should be converted to machine level language, that is zeros and ones. Then machine level language will be given to your hardware called CPU or a computer. Then computer will understand and give the results. Okay, so this many process is there. So basically here you should be able to understand what is meant by compiler. So basically compiler, see what happens here. I will tell you, basically just, please go through this slide. See here, this is your high level language. It will be like this. Okay, int x is equal to 2. Okay, so what is this actually? What is this int? What is this x? X is a variable. I'll explain you what is variable, what is constant. 2 is a constant. So 2 will not be changed. Okay, it is permanently, it will be like this. What is x is a variable. Variable is something called the memory location, a name given to memory location. Okay, what is the int? Int is nothing but type, data type of this variable. Okay, what is the type of this variable constant 2? What is that? It is an integer, right? So basically it's a numeric. So it's an integers. So right, integer, decimals, float. I will also discuss what is the data types, don't worry. So this is, if you see here, int x is equal to 2, int y is equal to 2. It is like sum is equal to x plus y. Okay. So this is nothing but, a program which is written in the high level language like C++ or Java or Python. So here, with the help of what I'm doing here, I'm giving this program, to something called as compiler. What is compiler? Again, compiler is a program which will just compile this program. Basically, it will search for the errors. Any syntax errors are there, or it will convert this high level language to assembly level language. Okay, assembly level language. Assembly level language will be converted to machine level language with the help of linker or assembler. Okay, so this is how your high level language is converted to binary language or machine level language, which is understandable by your microprocessor or your computer. So, as a Python developer, basically as a data analyst, you will be writing some small Python codes, Python scripts. So there is a difference between what is a program and what is a script. Okay. So script is also a program, but it's a small program. Okay. For example, SQL script, we call it as SQL script. SQL is a structured query language. It is also a language. It's also programming, but it's a very small programming language. That is the reason we call it a script. Python script means what? Very small program. Okay. So you'll be writing small programs, to extract data, clean the data and all. So at that time, you should be able to understand how your machine is able to understand this programming language. Okay. So high level programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, or any programming language, okay, will be first, as soon as you write the program, when you execute the program, what happens backend, it is first given to the compiler. Compiler, what is a compiler? Compiler is again a program which will take your program as an input and compile it for syntax error and convert into assembly level language. Then assembly language level is given to the assembler or linker, which will convert that into binary code or machine level language or object code, okay, which is understandable by your computer. Okay, this many process will happen before you are, after once you execute a program, this many steps will be occurred, okay, before your computer understands some things. Suppose if you want to, what is this program? You are adding two numbers here, okay. 2 plus 2, what is 2 plus 2? Okay, so it is nothing but 4. In order to make your computer to give the result of 4, this many process will be happening inside. Okay, so this is called as basically high level language, assembly language, and machine level language. So basically we have three types of languages. So machine level language, okay, basically machine level language, then assembly language, and high level language. Okay, so and what are the different types of high level languages? C, C++, Python and all, Java, these are all high level languages. Now we are going to deal with which language? Python. Okay, so why we are discussing all these things before discussing your Python programming? Because you should be able to understand what is Python basically. It is a, if you go to interview, what kind of language it is, Mr. If they ask you, knowingly or unknowingly, no one will ask you. Everyone, this is the LKG students also, they know nowadays, So basically, Python is it's nothing but your high level language. Why it is high level language? Because it is easy understandable by your human beings. You can code the computer with your own language, basically English like language. Okay. So similarly, we have a number of languages. Yeah. So in next class, we'll also discuss basically, what is the difference between C and C++, difference between C++ and Java and what you call Python. What are the applications of each and every languages? So basically, your C program it is called as procedural oriented programming. Basically, it's a structural oriented programming. C++ is called as object-oriented programming. Your Java is also called as object-oriented programming. Python is also called as object-oriented programming. Okay, C Sharp, object-oriented programming. JavaScript, object-oriented. 99% programming languages are object-oriented. Object-oriented. Okay, so we'll discuss what is called object-oriented, what is object in the next classes. Okay, it is very easy. But C is not an object-oriented. It is a structural programming. It is a procedural programming language. Okay. All these things we'll discuss in the next classes. Okay. We'll not worry about this. So as we discussed, these are the most commonly used. We have lakhs of programming language, but we have n number of programming language. These are the most commonly properly used: Python, R, Java, C++, C Sharp. Okay. JavaScript, C programming, PHP. Okay. Then we have something called as Go, Ruby, Objective-C. Okay, Swift. Okay, so Objective-C is used in your Apple. Apple laptop, Apple phones. Okay. Also tell me where this Swift is used, where this Go is used, Ruby is used. Now Python and R, these are used in the machine learning and data science. Okay. Especially R is used for statistical and analytical purpose. Python is used for machine learning and data science. Okay. Why it is used? That is your assignment. Now Java, why they are not using Java? Why they are using Python only for machine learning and data science? Why can't they use Java? They can use Java also. There is no, you can use C programming also. You can use any programming, but for machine learning and data science and data analytics, why these two are very, very important. Okay. That is an assignment question for you. Okay. You do research why these two are very, very important compared to other programming languages. Okay. Especially our programming language, it is very important for analytical data analytical purpose. Okay, nowadays, no one is using, but however, it's a very, very popular programming languages, this Python and R. Okay, so these are used for data analytical purpose, machine learning algorithms, develop machine learning algorithms. They are extensively used in this data science field. Okay, that is the reason why, most of the companies, 95% companies, they use Python programming. Again, 5% companies use R, but I can't tell R 5% R. It all depends on the company because R is very powerful than Python still. Okay, it is my favorite subject. R is my favorite programming language. Okay, it is used for analytical purpose. Okay, and even see Java. Java is a very vast subject. Suppose if you go 20 years back, if you know Java, you will be in US, but it has been reversed now. If you know data science, you will be in US. You want to fly to foreign country, please be as a data scientist. Okay. Now you are a Java developer, please become a data scientist. You are a Python developer, please become a data scientist. Now you are from SAP. Okay. Even in SAP have programming, what is called ABAP. We call ABAP. Okay. So ABAP. Okay. Now SAP is no more called as SAP. It is called as HANA, high performance analyticals. HANA. Okay. SAP, what is SAP? It's an ERP, enterprise resource planning. It's one of the market leader in ERP. So what is ERP? And all, it's again big concept. Okay. So basically, ABAP is also an object-oriented programming. Okay. So like if you talk about IBM mainframes, we use programming called COBOL. Okay. So basically, we have any number of programming languages. Okay. So these are all old programming languages. At that time, 10 years, 20 years back, if you know these programming languages, you are in high demand. But now, it all depends upon now because of data science, inventions, all these programming languages, it's gaining its own shape. Okay. It is adding its flavor, which is called as a data science. See, you have an ice cream, vanilla ice cream, right? Okay, but it's a vanilla ice cream is a old ice cream basically. It is there 10 years back also. But nowadays, what they do, they use vanilla and then they will put cherries and something, they'll put different, what do you call, choco bar, something, chocolates and all. They will decorate it to add an essence. That's all. Okay, so basically, your data science is like that. So a data science is adding an essence to all these languages and empowering these languages. Okay, it has become like salt in the meals. Whether you are from any technology, you are from software development, you are from what I call testing department, or you are from networking, you are from maintenance or support, product support. If you are from non-IT candidates, MBA, okay, BBA or BCom, if you are from finance background or any background, you must do data science analyticals, otherwise you don't have future. Okay, because the industry is like that. Yeah. So this is about basically different types of programming language. So we'll be discussing the Python. Yes. So what is Python? Okay. So basically, it is one of the most user-friendly programming language in the world. See, basically, compared to Java, why many people prefer Python? Because suppose if you want to write a program, in Java to add two numbers, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. I need to write at least 10 statements, 10 instructions, but in Python only one instruction is enough. Okay, so that is, it's very user friendly programming language. That is the reason why Python is largely preferred. Maybe that is the reason why it is mostly used in machine learning, artificial intelligence and robotics and all. Okay, even big data. Fine. So I think what is big data, right? So big data is nothing but a large, huge data, tons of data, basically, a huge data. For example, Flipkart every day it generates, terabytes of data. That's called big data. That's it. Very simple. For example, if you have data of 1 GB, 10 GB, these are all small data, right? Now, basically, what is R? See, R programming is also a very popular language which is used in data analytics. Okay, now we are dealing data analytics concept, scientific research, machine learning algorithms, and statistic reporting, computing. See, basically, why R is used? It is having, because of its a number of advantages. Even it is used for support data wrangling. Okay, so it runs on any. It is also platform independent. Python, how it is basically Python and R is platform independent like Java. Okay, see, what is platform independent is your operating system. For example, you can run these programs in Microsoft Windows operating system. You can develop these programs in Microsoft operating system, and you can run these programs in Apple Mac. Okay, so this is called platform independent based. Platform means operating system basically. So, so, so that is the reason why R is specifically used for data analytics, scientific research, and machine learning algorithms. So both Python and R in demand. Okay. So, but I will introduce you here for both Python and R, and don't worry, it's very easy to learn also. Now, so basically, you should be able to understand what is this terminology called IDE. What is IDE? Integrated Development Environment. Okay. See, for example, I will ask you to develop a resume. What you will do? If I ask you to develop a resume, okay, what you will do? You will open a Word, right? Yes or no? You'll open a Word. Okay. Word. So where is the Word? Just type Word. This is your Word. It is an application, right? What is the Microsoft application which is used to write some letter? Okay. So what is this actually? You are writing something, right? Or typing something, and you are saving something. You are mailing this. What is this Word? This is nothing but one environment, one application which is helping you to type some letter or to write some mail, to write some text. Yes or no? Okay. Similarly, IDE means, okay, it is an application. Basically, it is an app. It is an application which is used by the programmers or developers. Okay, in order to write the program, in order to develop the code, or in order to develop the software or the program. So it is an environment. It is a place or it's an application where a programmer or a developer will be using this application in order to write some code or test some code, execute some code, okay, save some code, play around the code. This is called as integrated development environment. Why it is called as integrated? Integrated means there are a number of functionalities will be integrated in this tool, which will be very helpful for the developer when he is writing the program. Okay, fine. So we'll discuss in future classes. Okay, what is how many IDEs we have? What is the look and feel of the IDEs? Okay, so basically, we have two types of IDEs. One is local IDE, so where it is an application. Basically, we'll download this IDE as a software. Okay, for example, you take Python IDE, where Python IDE, where I'll be writing the Python code in that IDE. Okay, for example, take Jupyter. Jupyter is one of the IDE for Python. Okay, Jupyter is not it's not Guru Graha. Okay, Jupyter of course is a Guru Graha. They kept as a name as a Jupyter, which is called as Python IDE. It's a local IDE. You will download it as a software. How you will download it? In the previous classes we downloaded OpenCV, right? OpenCV we downloaded. Yes or no? We downloaded as a software .exe file. That is an application. Similarly, we'll download this Jupyter as a software and we'll store in your local computer, and we'll start writing the codes, Python coding or Python programming. But there is something called as Google Colab. Okay, Google Colab. So which is nothing but Cloud IE, Cloud IDE. It doesn't have. You need not download this Google Colab. Okay, all these things. Okay, yes or no? It is a Cloud IDE. Best example I can say Axio. Accio. Okay, so Accio, tool we have used, right? It is nothing but cloud tool. It is a cloud tool. You never downloaded. Okay, so your Accio tool. Yes or no? So you have been using your Accio tool, right? Okay, fine. Hope you remembered your Accio tool. So let me go through your, yeah, this is your Accio tool. See here. So when it is nothing but cloud based basically. It connects to the server. Connects to the server. Okay, so that is the reason why you have two types of basically what do you call IDEs. One is local IDE, another is called cloud IDE. So I will be introducing you for both IDEs. How many types of local IDEs are there? What are there are around 15 IDEs, popular IDEs for the Python. Okay. So in order to write the programming in Python language, we have 15 IDEs. Sir, should I use all 15 IDEs? No, sir. Okay. Perfectly, you understand one IDE is enough, more than enough. Whichever comfortable, I'm comfortable in driving my Audi car. Okay. So I'm most comfortable because I have more functionalities. You go with that. Suppose if you are comfortable with your Fortuner, you go with Fortuner. Okay. So basically the same thing. Purpose is same. Okay. We have 15 IDEs, but whichever it is comfortable, you go. Suppose if you have, there are some disadvantages with your local IDE. For example, it will consume more space in your computer. For example, you are using a normal computer, what do you call it? It doesn't have proper space. Hard disk come here, RAM is very less. Then don't go for local IDE, go for cloud IDE, because you won't be executing the programs locally. You will be executing the programs in the cloud, in the server itself. Okay, so that also I'll tell you client server architecture. Okay, so we'll discuss about client and server architecture. Okay, fine. So what is client server architecture? We'll discuss. Okay, all these things in the future. So where it uses client server, it's called two-tier architecture. There is three-tier architecture also. We'll also discuss it. This is called as two-tier architecture. Mostly your cloud IDs will work on two-tier. Two-tier means client and server. This is one tier. This is one tier. Client will you'll be writing the program here. Okay, and you'll be executing. When you start executing, it will go and execute in the server and come back. It won't basically execute in the client. But here in local IDE, okay, your program will be executing locally in your computer only. That is the reason why it requires more RAM. It requires more RAM and requires more ROM also. ROM, hard disk. Okay, fine. I think you know what is RAM and ROM. Okay, random access memory is a temporary memory. It's a permanent memory. Okay, so but cloud IDE doesn't require any basically high end systems. This you can run in your mobile phones also. Okay, so you can run your tablets with the low end systems. Okay, just if you have a desktop system, it's more than enough. Basically, you'll be having a cloud IDE like Google Colab here, and it will be executed server. I'll show you, just one example of Google Colab here. So this is your Google Colab environment. See here, colab.research. Just I'll tell you how to install your Google Colab, all these things. It's a cloud environment in the next classes. For your understanding, I open this Google Colab directly. Okay. So see here, you are able to see the blank text, right? So these are all blank text. Okay.
No, sir, only PPT is visible.
1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Right. Let me share my screen totally. Thank you so much for information. Otherwise, I would have thought that I'm in the right path. Now you are able to hear see, right? You are
Yes,
able
sir.
to. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is like, see here, this is a Google Colab. Okay, just it is a URL. Okay, just hit enter, it connects to the server, like your Accio. Okay, so see here, this is a Google Colab. It is an IDE basically. This complete environment is an IDE. It is an IDE basically. It's called IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Why? Because see here, it allows me to write the code here. How can I write a code? Okay, just let me save this file. Okay, so it's a Python file. Don't worry about this. Just I will explain each and every. For example, apshala.ipynb. What is that ipynb? It's a Python file. Basically, I'll tell you what is that. Okay. So just click on code. Click on code. See here. Now you can write a code. For example, I want to print apshala. Okay. Just print. Okay. Apshala. See here. Okay, just you are able to see this prompt, right? Click on this run cell. That's it. It has printed this output. Apshala. You want to add new numbers, two numbers. Click on code. Now, shall I explore you? Shall I make you to understand basically how your generative AI will be using here? Okay. So do you want to leverage the concept of generative AI now? Okay. So but you should not misuse it. Okay. Just I'm explaining you how to leverage the concept of generative AI, how much fast it is. Okay. It will only write code everything for you. Okay, for the data analytics. Okay. So basically click on here. That's what your nowadays every tool has implemented this generative AI concept. Okay. So click on here, generate with AI. You click here, it will ask you what you want by. Okay. Just I want to add, okay, 2 and 3. Okay. So write a program to add 2 and 3. Just I will hit enter. It will write a code for you. That's it. See here. Add print. What is that code? Print 2 plus 3. This is the Python code in order to add 2 and 3. So just execute. Your work is only execute. Click on execute. See here it is 5. That's it. Now you want to add, now you want to, what do you call it? Write a program. Write a program to multiply, what do you call it? Just I can write uh, just I will write a palindrome program. Okay, write a the palindrome is a program basically. Palindrome program. Okay, just click enter. The irrespective of my what do you call spelling mistakes, it is writing the palindrome program. Okay, see here, this is a palindrome program. Okay, see execute this, true or false. Okay, see basically so that's what this is called, leveraging the concept of generative AI. Okay, so it itself will develop the program for you. You do not worry about all these things. See here, even you didn't started what is Python programming, you started writing programs. Okay, but you do not misuse this. Okay, because you must understand, you should able to what do you call in a position to write the program, because sometimes it make you wrong coding also at that time. What you do, so that is the reason why. Okay, this is one of the IDE, basically we call integrated development environment. Similarly, we have something called as Jupyter. Okay, just I will show you. Jupyter looks like this basically. Okay, so let me close this, erase all these things. Yeah. So Jupyter looks like this. Okay. So so this is your user interface of Jupyter. See here, Jupyter. Okay. So basically, you have what do you call Jupyter logo. This is a file. You can save the file. You can write the code. See here, this is a Python code. Okay, this is a plot. So Jupyter is nothing but it is one of the local IDE. It is called as local IDE, where you download the Jupyter application and execute. Okay, so maybe now they would have been providing some cloud services also. I don't know. We'll explore. So basically we'll be using Jupyter and what you called Google Colab as our IDEs. Again, what is IDE? It is an integrated development environment which is used to write some code. Okay, every programming language has its own IDE. For example, Java. Okay, so in order to write a Java programming language, we have IDE called as Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse is an IDE, excellent IDE, which can be used to write some Java programming language. Okay, so like that, every programming language has its own IDE, where which is the place to write the program, execute the program, compile the program, debug the program, test the program. Okay, all these things basically. Fine. Okay, so in the future classes, we will also discuss about something called as software development lifecycle, where you will learn more about this in the project management, data science project management. So what is agile, what is Scrum, what is software development lifecycle? After writing a code, what you will do? You'll do testing. What is testing? What is white box, black box? Okay. So then what is the deployment? For example, you develop dashboards, right? You want to deploy to the cloud. So how you deploy it to the cloud? At that time, we'll teach you what is cloud computing. Okay, what is AWS? What is Azure? Azure is from Microsoft. These are all different cloud technologies. Okay. So what is a cloud? So this is a Colab is a cloud basically. Okay. So it follows client server architecture. So basically all these things we'll discuss step by step in the future classes. Okay, fine. So hope you understood today's class. So tomorrow just we will discuss we'll get into deep dive into Python, okay, and R. So before discussing about in Python, just I want to make you to understand what is the difference between this procedural programming language or structural programming language and object-oriented programming. We discussed something called as OOPS, object-oriented programming language. Okay, so your Python is object-oriented programming language. Your C++, Java, Python, R, all these are object-oriented programming language. C is your procedural or structural programming language. Okay, all these things we'll discuss by tomorrow's class. Then we'll enter into your Python IDEs. Tomorrow I'll also show you how to use your. Today we have shown what you call, just we explored one of the cloud IDE of your Python called Google Colab. Okay, you can also do some research on it. Tomorrow I will explain you how to actually use the Google Colab and Jupyter Notes. Okay, we call it a Jupyter Notebook basically. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. So, any questions you have?
Yes, sir. The Python software we're not able to install in our machine. So from your side, we'll get a virtual machine to for practice.
Yes. See, Python is not a software; it is a programming language which is used to
Yeah.
develop. Okay. So, we can. I will help you in the tomorrow's class how to. I told you right. In order to write a Python programming, we'll be using something called as IDE. Okay, I integrated development. This is a software basically. I will tell you how to download the software. Okay, how to use that software tomorrow. Right? Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So uh, from our side only you will get. Fine. It is
Thank
freely
you.
available resources. Okay. Fine. Any questions?
No.
Any questions, guys?
No, sir.
Fine. Fine, guys. So like that, we'll discuss about Python in depth. Uh, I want to spend some more time in Python. Okay. So I want to make you, comfortable in Python, but at the same time, I don't want to make you too scared. Okay. So step by step, we'll go, and parallelly, I'll be switching around some practical sessions also now and then. Once we, basically, if I stretch the Python for 6 classes, you get bored. So in the middle, again, I will get into practicals. Again, I'll go to Python like that. I will go. Right. Okay. Fine. Fine, guys. Thank you so much. See you on Tuesday then. Happy Sunday.
Okay, sir. On
Bye.
Monday or Tuesday? And
Your class will be on Tuesday.
okay, okay.
So your classes will be on Tuesday. Then it's alternate days. Tuesday, yeah, Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
And if there is any disturbance, now it will be postponed, like postponed or preponed. Yeah, but it will be compensated. I'll be taking the classes. Okay,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.